Welcome printers back to another video. I'm Bucko and today we're going to be going over the little project print that I've been doing for the last couple of days. Now this print has probably given me the most problems out of any other print I've tried in the past. In the end it was totally worth it. So stay tuned and we'll be looking into some of the problems I've had and just the overall experience of doing this print as well. So for this one I did everything from the CAD design all the way up to all the support features in the slicer. Getting the CAD design was pretty hard because at the start I had a much bigger design that I really wanted to do, but unfortunately I just kept having way too many problems with it, so I gave up and I did this pretty much half size. But now looking at it in person, I'm actually happy I did it half size. It's actually perfect just for fitting on my windowsill, which is kind of where I wanted it. So I don't know why I was thinking doing it bigger in the first place. But anyway, firstly I'd like to go over a couple of problems that I've had with this print because there's quite a few. First off, I basically went through a whole roll of filament just getting the thing to work in the first place. My first attempt of printing the much bigger version failed miserably because the printer just stopped. It just decided, you know what, I'm done here, and just stopped. I was sitting right there on my computer and I heard it tink, and it just turned off. I don't know if it surged, maybe my power surged or something, but what really annoyed me about it was it just didn't resume. It just stayed there and I turned it off and back on again after that and it still didn't resume. I wasted about 7 hours in that print and about half a roll of filament. I was so over it at this point. But I prevailed and I ended up designing a much smaller version that ended up being much better for the purpose anyway. And here's the new design, and as you can see, if you do collect little miniature cars like I do, this would be awesome. I've even made little dowels on the top where I can possibly expand this in the future and make it even bigger. We'll go over a couple of the features of the smaller print. In the first design, I never had the little cross brace things on the platforms for the cars, but I ended up adding them after seeing the first bigger print absolutely sag in the middle. And I was like, I don't want that to happen again. So I ended up putting these here, and that seemed to have solved the issue. I do need to clean them up a bit more. It's really hard getting the supports out of there. So maybe in a future design I'll make the holes a bit bigger or something. But for now it's all good. The main selling points of this thing are the Bucko's garage, of course. Plain plate on the front, I think that looks cool. And the garage door that I designed all by myself. I know it's not that hard, but like I'm really new to this 3D design stuff and it's so confusing. And just making this, I'm so proud of. I even made these little threaded things that I'm gonna make a platform at some point, so like I can put the platform up and down just as like a real kind of garage swapper thing, whatever they call them. Two little levels here for two cars. And then we've got the top level which has two platforms for the cars to sit on. And what's awesome about this actually is when I pick it up, as long as I tilt it back just a little bit, they all stay in the same place. So I can pick this up and move it around. No problems there. Not like I'm going to be moving it much anyway, but just a note. Then we've got this nice little textured finish on the side here. I thought having it flat was a bit boring, so I put these little ribs in. It kind of looks like a shipping container, I guess, but it's still pretty cool. I actually forgot one of the problems I had as well. It did warp ever so slightly on this front edge here, but this is the first print that I've actually left the door completely open. I wonder if the kind of difference in temperature hitting it kind of made it warp, because every other corner's fine. Just that one corner. Or it could have just not stuck at the beginning and I didn't notice. But anyway, I think it came out pretty well. It took so long to do, so I'm so happy it's finally done. It's a really nice thing to put down and just have display all your little miniature cars in. I will try and upload this file somewhere, so if you did want it, you can have it, if anyone else collects them like me. But yeah, that's what I've been printing in the last week. Sorry it took so long for me to get this video out. It was an absolute pain in the... So, I apologize, but I will be back to making hopefully a bit more regular content now since my print is not held up with this 15-hour print, which by the way is the longest print I've done on this printer up to now. And this isn't even the finest it could go. This is still a 2mm layer height. I could have done smaller. Considering it was a 15-hour print and I wanted to make more videos, and it was my third attempt trying to do this, no thank you. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. We're up to like 30 odd subscribers now already. That is wild, by the way. It's been like 10 days. It's like 30 subscribers. It keeps going like that. I'll have like 1,000 in no time. But I'll keep pushing out the videos for you. I'm always trying to improve on it. If you've got any suggestions, anything, any videos you may want, let me know in the comments. And I really appreciate all of you watching. Keep printing, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll put this back down. I will drop it at some point.